So it's been a little while since I've updated everyone on the progress of my Raspberry Pi installation into my Aston Martin entertainment unit. I actually took the unit out of my car. It's probably been a couple of months ago now, so I've been driving around without a screen in the car at all because I knew eventually I was going to try to find a weekend here to work on this. So I actually got around to working on it this weekend. So as you can see, I've got the screen now mounted inside the unit. This is the new screen going to the Raspberry Pi back here. The Raspberry Pi has 3 USB things plugged into it. One is the touch screen, so this is all touch now. And I've heard a lot of people say that they think it's too far away and that they don't want to lean up to touch it and all that sort of thing, and I totally understand all of that. I have pretty long arms, and furthermore, I really think that anything less than a touch screen is going to distract from the first thing you should be doing in a car, which is driving. I don't want to have to try to, move a cursor around and click buttons with a touchpad or something like that, because I think it's taking my eyes off the road for way too long, and I just think it's not that safe. So I'd rather lean up and touch. And in all honesty, CarPlay is meant for touching. That's what the system was made for. I did write a custom app inside of Android for the backup camera. You can see here. Let me actually see if I can. That's not it. Over here, I forget how to get to the. There we go. Let me close all this down for you. This is all stuff we don't need. Okay, so let me go back to and you should see it has an opening animation where it makes the backup camera behind you. I call it the Q branch cam. Giving you access to the backup camera, which I'll eventually wire into the car. You can always go back. You can run CarPlay again. I closed it down, so it's going to have to start fresh here. But it's going to have CarPlay. It's going to have a backup camera. I've also got some tire sensors. There's an app so I can read the pressures on my tires, and I think with the ThinkDiag ODB2 reader, I think I can also run that software on this and have onboard diagnostics inside the car at all times. So I think those are the 4 things I'll probably have out of this. I looked at possibly doing a front camera with this. The problem is the camera's running through this little USB dongle over here, and I will say if you're going to buy a dongle to go with this Digit Now works. I bought 2 other dongles that don't work. They have different chipsets inside, and because I'm recording on my phone, it's not going to connect to CarPlay right now, but they have different chipsets inside, and if you get the wrong ones, it won't be recognized by, it might not be recognized by the software. Now I'm using a version of Android made for the Raspberry Pi, and in particular, you can use this particular type of USB dongle to put cameras in, which is what I'm going to do. The problem is if you have more than one dongle, it seems to randomly assign which one is the front camera and which one's the back camera. I haven't figured out how to control that yet. So until I get that figured out, I'm probably just going to have to live with just a backup camera, which is okay for me. I may eventually play around with that some more, but for the moment, that's what we got. Other things that are great here, because it's a Raspberry Pi, I have it connected to my house's Wi-Fi. So today when I powered the system up, it actually gave me a notice that one of my apps was out of date. I automatically downloaded a new one. So the system is already keeping itself up to date, which is awesome. Great. And so I think the thing that's left to do here is to put the screen back in the car, which will be pretty easy. I should probably show you, coming out of the back here, I've got power cord for the screen, HDMI ribbon cable, and a USB cable for the touchscreen. Those are the only 3 inputs and outputs to the screen that I need. My thinking at the moment is that I will try to hide the Raspberry Pi itself somewhere down in the passenger footwell, hopefully back pretty close to where the fuse box is there, so that I can easily tap power from that fuse box. I'll be running an audio cord from this little jack here To the aux input, my car is a 2009, so it has an aux input. I'll probably just remove that from the center console, connect it inside, underneath the center console, and fill up that hole with some sort of plug or other accessory, if I can. I haven't delved that deep into that part yet. I don't know how I'm going to route the backup camera yet either. All of those things are yet to be figured out, but I think I can at least get the Raspberry Pi installed pretty easily, hopefully, with all the necessary cable running for that, because really all I have is the power cable going to the screen, which is 12 volts. So I'll just tap a 12 volt, and I will what do I want to say? Put a fuse on it, make sure it's fused. And then it's got the HDMI cable and the USB cable. So that's just basically, 3 cables I have to run up from that area around the passenger footwell. So I don't think that'll be too bad. And then, of course, if I want to connect the audio, that's down through to the center console. Again, I don't think too bad. The challenge is going to be routing the backup camera. That's going to be the hard part, figuring out how to mount it in the back, hopefully in a way that is non-destructive, and then figuring out how to route the cables. So I'll probably install the unit before I bother installing the backup camera. It'll probably be a 2-part process for me. Get the unit in, get the CarPlay working, at least have music and GPS and all that sort of thing installed there, and then we'll go from there. But that's where we're at the moment. I'll keep you guys posted as things move along. Thanks.